Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Trending Health Now. In this channel, I am going to discuss about the trending health issues worldwide and with which the peoples are suffering a lot, and most of them don't know actually what is the scientific cause of those health issues. So this is my first presentation on this topic in this channel, and today is the first day of my channel, so I need support from you all. And please, if you like this discussion, then like, share, and subscribe my channel. So today I am going to discuss about fatigue. So this is a problem which we definitely face nowadays very much. So let's go deeper into the topic. So there are two terms. One is tired, another one is fatigue. So fatigue is not just a normal tiredness, as it is written here. Fatigue is extreme, persistent exhaustion that impairs your ability to get up, work, and engage in daily life far beyond a bad night sleep. So the fatigue is such a bad thing which actually make you sleep on the bed. You cannot move, you cannot think, you cannot do your daily activities. A symptom, not a diagnosis. So fatigue is a symptom which you have to note down. Fatigue rarely exists on its own. It's often your body's way of signaling in an underlying medical or psychological issue that needs attention. So fatigue is also have some reason. One reason is it might be due to some medical issues, due to some problems, health issues, which we are going to discuss in the later slides, and might be some psychological issues also like stress, depression, which actually leads your body muscles into fatigue. Widespread and underestimated. Millions of people experience chronic fatigue. Chronic fatigue means the fatigue which is unbearable. Yet many dismiss it as stress or laziness, delaying the care they truly need. So, fatigue is a thing. You can see in this picture that a girl is lying on the bed in a daytime. That means daytime is the time when a person is busy in daily activities, but due to fatigue, that figure, this person is sleeping on the bed. So fatigue is a problem which should be discussed, which should be treated with sincerity. Here are top 5 causes behind the constant fatigue. Number one is sleep disorders. Disrupted rest steals your energy before the day begins. Nowadays, sleep disorder is a very common problem. After the arrival of the smartphone, a mobile, etc., even the children are very much engaged in the mobile, scrolling the reels or doing their homework or doing their studies, and they are used to late sleep, and so which causes the sleep disorders, which might cause fatigue. Next one is anemia. We are very much familiar with this term anemia. When the hemoglobin level or the RBC, red blood cell level, drops below the normal range, then we call the disease anemia. Low iron means your tissues don't get enough oxygen. Here actually this part is talking about iron deficiency anemia. Iron is the main agent of the hemoglobin, and hemoglobin actually carries oxygen to the different parts of the body. So if there is less amount of iron in the body, then anemia will occur and the tissues will not get oxygen. Number three is thyroid imbalances. Thyroid is a gland in our body which controls the metabolism. You can see here, your metabolism controls your energy. Whatever we eat, that undergoes metabolism, which gives the energy, and this is totally controlled by the thyroid. If the thyroid function is not well, not good, then there will be metabolic imbalance. Metabolism will not occur to supply you enough energy. Fourth reason is diabetes. Diabetes, we all know that the blood sugar level hikes, and unpredictable energy crashes. We will discuss about it later on. Last but not the least, that is the mental health, depression and stress. I was just talking about this in the previous slide. Drain your emotional and physical reserves. So these are the five causes. So sleep disorders, anemia, thyroid imbalance, diabetes, and mental health. These are the five main causes behind the constant fatigue. Just think, my listeners, that which one is applicable to you. So let us discuss about the first cause, sleep disorders, the silent energy thief. We will discuss on two different topics. One is sleep apnea and the next one is insomnia. What is sleep apnea? Breathing repeatedly stops and starts during sleep, causing gasping, choking, or loud snoring. Despite sleeping for hours, the body never reaches the restorative rest. Means if the breathing is disrupted during the sleep, means you cannot breathe properly. There are some suffocations like conditions. You are awaking often and on. Then you are not getting, your body is not getting, your mind is not getting complete sleep. So this problem is called sleep apnea. We may sometimes face this type of health issues. Next is insomnia. What is that? Difficulty falling or staying asleep prevents deep restorative sleep cycle, leading to chronic tiredness, brain fog, and reduced cognitive performances. So insomnia means due to some reason a person cannot get sleep properly. He or she is on the bed, but there is no sleep. What this will cause? Number one, chronic tiredness. That means in the morning when the person will go to do some work, he or she will fail to do that work. Brain fog. That means whenever he or she is thinking something, he or she cannot think that. And reduced cognitive performances means normal skeletal muscle will not work. They will fumble. Whatever they are trying to do, they will fail to do that. So these two problems, sleep apnea and insomnia, these two are considered as sleep disorders, and they are the silent energy thief because they are not allowing the body to restore the energy by sleeping properly. So this is the first cause of fatigue. The second cause is anemia. Here is written, you can see, iron deficiency anemia means your blood cannot carry enough oxygen to your muscles and organs, leaving you feeling drained even at rest. That means, just I have discussed about that. Iron is the main ingredient of the hemoglobin. Hemoglobin resides under red blood cells or RBC. Now, this hemoglobin actually carries oxygen from the lungs to different parts of the body, and from different parts of the body to the lungs, it carries the carbon dioxide. Now, if there is less amount of iron due to any reason, due to dietary deficiency or menstrual bleeding, sorry. Women of reproductive age at a higher risk, but anemia can affect anyone with poor iron intake or absorption. So if there is any difficulty inside the body, that the dietary iron is not enough for the body, or there is poor absorption which occurs due to the absence of the vitamin C. Vitamin C helps in the iron absorption. So this iron deficiency anemia can happen, and there will be less amount of oxygen distributed to different parts of our body. Now come to the bottom line. If there is anemia, what will happen? Extreme fatigue and weakness. That means the body muscles are not getting enough oxygen to do their work. So they will be weak and fatigued. This will lead to pale skin and shortness of breath. That means less amount of oxygen is going to the lungs also. So less amount of breathing will happen. That means more deficiency of oxygen inside the body. That will cause heart palpitations and dizziness. The person's heart will beat faster, heartbeat will be higher, and the person will feel very much uneasy and dizzy. He or she will feel like very sleepy. So this is the second cause, anemia. Now, the third cause is thyroid imbalances. As I have already told, that thyroid is a gland in our body which controls the metabolism. Whatever we eat, that undergoes the metabolism, and that provides us energy. Your thyroid gland controls your metabolism, the engine behind your energy level. When it's out of balance, fatigue is often the fast warning sign. That means if there is a fatigue, if you are weak, that means you can guess that your thyroid might be imbalanced. That means at that time it is a high moment for you to consult with the doctor to diagnose that whether your thyroid gland is working properly or not. You can say there are two terminology here. One is hypothyroidism, another one is hyperthyroidism. Hypothyroidism, fatigue, weight gain, feeling cold, dry skin. These four are the symptoms of hypo. Hypo means less. When the thyroid gland is working less, that is hypothyroidism. Next, hyperthyroidism, fatigue, weight loss, anxiety, tremor. So you can see that either hyper means high, means when the thyroid gland is working higher than the normal level. So both the hypo and the hyper causes fatigue. So both are designated as thyroid gland imbalances. So there is fatigue. Cause number four, diabetes, the blood sugar roller coaster. Why it causes fatigue? When blood glucose swings too high or too low, cells cannot access the energy they need, triggering sudden severe energy crash. So, blood glucose is such a thing which might be very high, very low due to the problems in our body. As we all know that the diabetes is related with the gland pancreas, which release the insulin hormone. Insulin hormone controls the amount of the glucose level in our body. If there is any problem in the pancreas gland or the insulin hormone release, then the diabetes happens. So diabetes means too high or too low blood glucose, and then it triggers sudden energy crashes. So this is the problem. What is the warning sign when we will understand that we have diabetes and we might got fatigue? Excessive thirst, frequent urination, basically at night, unexplained weight loss, suddenly the weight will be lost, and persistent tiredness are the key red flags. And when these warning signs are present, we will be aware that that I am or you are suffering from the diabetes, which will ultimately cause fatigue. Now, the fifth cause, mental health condition, the emotional drain. Again, there are two topics to discuss under this issue. One is depression, another one is chronic stress or burnout. So, what is depression? Persistent low mood, loss of interest, and profound fatigue are hallmark symptoms. Depression doesn't just after affect mood, it drains physical energy, motivation, and concentration. That means everything is in our mind. If we feel depressed, if we are of any due to any reason we are with low mood, then the fatigue will happen, mental fatigue will happen, then it will distributed all over to the physical fatigue, and the person will sit idle and he or she will do nothing, just he or she will overthink. That will cause the brain damage. Next, chronic stress and burnout. Prolonged stress keeps the body in fight or flight mode, depleting control and adrenaline reserve. Adrenaline is a hormone which is very much important for our fight and flight situation. That means when a person is in emergency condition, this adrenaline comes out. Over time, this leads to emotional exhaustion and complete burnout. So, these two mental health issues are very much related with the fatigue. One is depression, another one is chronic stress and burnout. So, what is the takeaway message that we should learn from this presentation? That don't let the fatigue define you. That means you are under depression, you have anemia, you have diabetes, you have sleep disorders, everything can happen. But don't allow the fatigue to take over on your activities. Listen, whether it's a sleep disorder, a nutrient deficiency, a hormonal imbalance, or any emotional burden, there is always a path forward. You have to overcome from this problem. You have to move forward. You have to consult with the doctor. So, energy matters. We have to take some steps. We have to recognize the signs. So far, we have discussed about the signs of the various problems which can cause fatigue. So, we have to recognize the sign. Then we have to seek help from the doctor and we have to take action. Now, if we can't recognize the sign, if we avoid the sign, then fatigue will continue and our organs will be damaged. But if we recognize the sign but we are not going to the doctor, that's also a very bad gesture. But if we recognize the sign, then go to the doctor but not taking any action, that is the worst possible thing that a person can do. So fatigue is a signal, not a sentence. So we have to understand that when there is fatigue, means we have to go to the doctor, see a doctor. A simple blood test can reveal the anemia, thyroid issues, and diabetes. So what we have to do, we have to go to a laboratory, we have to give a blood with the consultation of the doctor, and there will come whether we have anemia or thyroid issues or diabetes, and we can take the precautions. Prioritize sleep. Quality rest is the foundation of energy. Treat sleep as medicine. So we have to sleep properly, we have to sleep early, and we have to sleep deep without any mental agonings. Address the mental health. Therapy, stress management, and support can restore your emotional energy. Whether a person is in depression or chronic mental stress, that is not the issue. The issue is how to combat that problem, how to lead the life in a good way. So, if you think that this discussion is helpful, then please like, share, and subscribe my channel so that I can get the motivation to do more presentations like this. Thanks for your valuable time and very much thank for watching. So tomorrow I am going to discuss with another important health issues. Please be with me, subscribe my channel and help me to grow. Thank you very much.